So we have to also consider, talk over together, what is suffering? Why human beings throughout the world go through this torture? If you are sensitive, if you are alert, watchful, one suffers a great deal. Not only for your own little, in your own little backyard, but you suffer by human beings who have no opportunity, who have no food, who have no education, who will never ride in a car, who only have one piece of cloth, and the suffering man is imposed on animals. All that, this immense global suffering through wars, the tyranny imposed by the dictators, the tyranny, the sorrow imposed by various doctrines and so on. So what is this? Why has mankind, human beings, you, everyone, why have we not completely be free of that thing? Where there is suffering, there is no love. How can you? So, where there is desire, pleasure, fear, conflict, suffering, there can be no love. So it becomes very important to understand why human beings go through this year after year, century after century. Don't let's reduce it to some kind of romantic nonsense. It's an actual fact. When you lose somebody whom you think you love, what agonies you go through. When you have failed in something, all this tremendous weight carried by human beings, which they have not put off. Is suffering to end by an act of will? You understand? You can't say, I will not suffer. That very act of will is also part of suffering. You cannot run away from it. You do. Run away to church. It's in every form of escape we have from this tremendous burden. In the Christian world, you have escaped through your own image. The Hindus being little more clever at this kind of game, they say suffering comes because of your past life, for your misdeeds, and so on, so on, so on. First of all, why we have not resolved it. Why human beings, very clever in things technological, in killing each other, why we have not solved this question. First thing is never to escape from this. You understand? Never to escape from suffering. Psychologically, you escape. We have pain physically, you do something about it. Take a pill, doctor, and so on, so on. But psychologically, when you lose somebody, when there is deep attachment to something or other person, and when that attachment is broken, there are tears, anxieties, fear, sorrow. And when there is sorrow, the natural or unnatural response is to seek comfort. Comfort in drink, in drugs, in some ritualistic, religious activity. The sense of great sorrow, tears, shock, at that moment is not possible. You're in a state of shock. Don't you know all this? Then as you come out of it, it may last a day, it may last a few hours, and I hope it won't last more than a couple of days. When you come out of it, the immediate response is to find the cause of this suffering, analyze it, which is another form of escape, because you are running away from this central fact of looking at it, being with it. And when you come out of that shock, thought begins. The remembrance of what we did together, what we didn't do, the remorse, all the pain of the past, the loneliness which is now asserting itself, which is coming out, all that, to look at it without any movement of thought. Because thought is the central factor of fear. Thought is also that factor of pleasure, and this sorrow which mankind has carried for a million years is part of this whole structure of the me, the I, And we are saying carefully, advisedly, that there is an ending to sorrow. Completely. And it's only then there is the passion of compassion, love.